at the novice level of the Liberty course. We are working at the shoulder, and we're going to be working on transitions. We are going to practice walk, trot, stop, and back up. 4 steps. Again, we're going to be particular about the 4 steps. Make sure that the backup is a 2-beat gait. And also, we need to start weaning off the fence, because if you want to show with the ILHA and you want to do some patterns in the round pen, you're going to need to be able to do some transitions away from the fence also. So right here in the middle of those cones, get the horse nice and square. But I don't start like that when I'm training it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the fence, and I'm going to just follow the fence. Okay, I'm going to get my right stick handy like this in front of me to get ready to use it on her chest for the stop and the backup, okay? So my stick is here. I'm drawing her to me, or I can straighten it. I can even push on her with the handle part like that and get her away from me so I can control where her nose is. And I'm going to drop my stick down, stop, and just tap her for the backup. Okay? Very good. All right. Ask again. Keep her straight. I'm going to stop. You may need to block the nose with the handle part. Good girl. She's just starting to go off of my body language. So if they just go off your body language, you don't need to do it with the stick anymore. You can start weaning off of that. Good girl. We can start adding a trot, especially right there where she's drifting away. Good girl. Okay, again, I'm going to stop. I shift my weight back when I'm stopping. Block the nose. Again, you can use this handle part for it. Good. Now we can start getting particular about the 4 steps. Okay, so stop. Make sure she's not making assumptions. She already took 1 step, 2, 3, 4. Good girl. And I like that. Sometimes I practice it really slowly, like just 1 step at a time so they don't rush. 1, 2, and 3. Or I can play with impulsion and say, hurry up and back up. We got to hurry. We got to hurry. We got to hurry. And I'll play with both of those so that the horse is really in tune to my energy. Now, to wean it off the fence, I still stay about 6 or 8 feet off the fence and use it just for a little bit of a visual. Block the nose. Good. Now, if the horse gets crooked, you can use your side pass and get right underneath here and fix the hip if it moves away from you. That's usually the problem. But typically, if you block the nose, I'm going to get her back off the fence. There we go. If you block the nose on your stop, usually the hip does not move away from you. Now, that time it did because we've been doing a lot of squares earlier. And last time too, we practiced that a lot. We worked a lot on her side pass last time. So I may just reach over here and just do a side pass. You can also face the horse if you feel like you need to face them to correct it. So if I stop, let me get her nose in front of me. Come on. Come on, you're sucking back. Like if you stop and the hip goes away from you, you can face the horse and fix it like that. There we go. Come on. And she's so sassy today. Good. All right, the hip's still turning. So that's something that would be a training thing with her to continue that. Make sure that every time I stop, she doesn't move that hip away. And I could go back to the fence again and just help her with it. Let her know that that's not what I want. I could also balance it with some front end yields. Stop. Move the front end over so she's not thinking about bringing the hip away from me, and then go into the backup. Those are all really good strategies, and you can try all of them if you're having this kind of a problem. Typically at this level, horses don't know how to draw the hip back to you very well yet, and I'm really not wanting to use that right now because I don't feel like she's quite ready for that yet. That would be throwing too much at her. So I'll just fix the hip and I'll continue there. There, she was almost straight on that one. I'll continue working on this like that. Good. Good girl. And once you Once you can do this off the fence, you can start going through the middle between your cones. You can set up 4 cones and really go for straightness. So, for example, I'm going to set up 2 more cones. I'm going to put them, I'm going to get right in front of Cedric here so that you can see the straightness. Move this one out just a little bit. There we go. So your judge would be basically sitting where Cedric is videotaping. So when you come through the middle, what the judge is looking for is that the horse is straight and square. She's a little distracted with the sheep. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to walk a circle at the shoulder to the left. Tried to get her attention back on me. She's a little bit distracted with what's going on out there. And I'm going to turn right here in front of this cone. Slow it down in my turn a little bit. And just practice bringing her to the middle. You can even draw a straight line here. So right now you can see she's off to the right, and again her hip got crooked. So if the judge was looking at it, what they're wanting to see is that you can see both of the yellow cones through her front and back feet, okay? So right now, both of the cones are basically to her left. So if I draw a line here, I'm going to try to position her feet around that line, right? The other thing I'm looking for is that she stops in the middle. So I can also draw a straight line to get really particular. So basically, I would like for her front feet to be right here, and you should be able to see the cones between her legs. And that's pretty hard to train at this level. It's not something that you're gonna get very quickly, especially not if you're doing this at the trot. But you can start training on it. You can move this cone out of the way just a little more. So you can make a really nice turn here. Little square turn. And now just practice getting her feet on that straight line. It's almost like she's avoiding it. Okay, so I'm going to correct that, right? So remember the side pass that we did? I'm going to correct it and try to get her more on that line and really start preparing for precision. That's a little bit better. So she's not quite there yet, but it's better. I'm going to give her a treat. And I really try to cause this middle to be a good place to be. So I may just use it as a ground tie and just walk around her and just let her know that this is a really good place to be. She was kind of drifting away on me just a little bit. So I'm just going to rub on her. You could lower their head and just get them to relax a little bit. Good girl. Just really cause this place to be a good place to be. Have some feel-good moments over here. Good girl. Just rub on her and take her for a walk again. There we go. Good. I'm going to play with my square a little bit here because she was drifting away. You could also do some shoulder switches while you're preparing because she's again drifting away. And I could also motivate her with a treat to get her to want to stay with me a little bit more. So right here I would give her a treat. There. So she's more with me. And again, go again. See if she'll start curving towards me a little more. Now that she's not as distracted by the sheep, make this turn over here. Try to get her feet over that line and stop. Okay, again, we lost the hip. So we're going to fix the hip. There we go. Good. Perfect. So her front feet are around that line, her back feet not so much. So we'll practice one more time. And again, I wouldn't drill this. I would just try to improve it a little bit every single day. Again, I'm going to play with her draw right here a little bit. I need her wrapping around me more. Earlier, I couldn't get her to go straight. Now she's drifting away a little bit. So see all that balance that we need with the drive and the draw. Now she's drawing towards me just a little bit better. Block her nose. Again, she's looking at me, losing a little bit of balance with her hip. Again, move her over there. That was a good correction. And you can do that eventually when you're stopping. You can bring the stick out there and help them if you know that they're going to fall out. And the reason for the stick on this side is to block her nose and block her shoulder from going too far. Like there, she's too far. So I'm going to swing it back over. And you can just practice all those little corrections while you're working on it. Again, don't drill it. Just ask for a little bit of improvement every time. She was almost across that line that time. That was good. And just practice the stopping. There, she was square on that one, while she's straight and square. Well, she was straighter, not quite square yet. And we can finish on that.